So remember again, if it's a plane, you only use 3 letters. A line perpendicular to HD. Now again, there's more than one answer you can put down on these. So here's HD, perpendicular means forms a 90. So you could have this line, or this line and this line. You just need to name one. So whichever one you pick, since it's a line, make sure whatever 2 you pick, you put the line symbol above it.
Wait, what is this for? Like picking what, like, this is on the test, like this.
A line skew to AF. Here's AF, which one? ED. Yep.
Yeah. For HD, could just pick HB2.
Not perpendicular or not parallel.
For HD, we could pick HB2.
Yeah, there's 4 answers. You can pick that one, or these 2.
Oh, and not intersect.
So yeah, skew means they're not parallel, but they don't intersect. So AF. AF is here, ED is up here, they would never intersect, but they're not parallel. You could have also picked HB or DC, or you could even do diagonals. You could have picked HC, because that would never intersect AF and it's not parallel. So then a line parallel to GH, again, there's more than one choice. You could have this one, or this one, whichever one you want, but just make sure you put, since they're asking for a line, you got to label it as a line. Okay, then there's quite a few questions where you'll have a picture and they'll just give you 2 random angles. And you got to say what type of angles they are. Are they corresponding alternate interior, alternate exterior, or same side interior? Or you can use consecutive interior. And those choices are on the test for you to choose from. So, the lines don't have to be parallel, although when we do the actual problem solving for X, they will be parallel. But if we asked what 3 and 6 are called, consecutive interior, or right, same side interior. Either one is correct, and they're both listed on there. I always use same side interior, but you can use whichever. 2 and 8,
Alternate exterior.
alternate exterior. And again, you can abbreviate. 1 and 5, corresponding. 4 and 6, alternate interior. Then there's a bunch where you have to solve for X.
Firearm safety.
So, on the parallel lines, forgot to label these. Any 2 angles are either going to equal each other if they're corresponding alternate interior, alternate exterior, or they'll be supplementary. on this one, this isn't parallel lines, but what do you know about these two angles? They add up to 90. So that's your
So
equation.
that would be.
2x plus 8 plus x plus 10 has to equal 90. And then you solve it. So combine the x's, combine the non-x's, and solve it. Subtract 18, divide by 3. You can get fractions too in decimals. So on these pictures, all you gotta do is decide, are they gonna equal each other or are they gonna add up to 180? You can tell that by looking at them. Here, they're equal because they're both less than 90 and they're corresponding angles. So you set these equal to each other. 1/2 x plus 10 has to equal x. So when you solve this, you want to get the x's together. So if I move this over here, because then the 10 is by itself, you subtract 1/2 x, right?
Yeah.
So what's an x minus 1/2 an x? 1/2 of an x equals 10. So remember, there's two ways you can do it. You can either divide by 1/2 or multiply by 2. Because if you take 2 times 1/2, they cancel each other. So take that times 2 and you get 20.
20.
Remember, dividing by 1/2 is the same thing as multiplying by 2. These two, they're actually none of the four things. They're not corresponding. They're not alternate exterior. They're not same side. But you can tell that they are going to be supplementary. And the reason why is this. You can use any one of these. If this angle is 6x plus 12, so is this one. Because they're corresponding. Or you could have made this one 6x plus 12 because they're alternate exterior. Either way you put them, you can see that they add up to 180. They're a linear pair.
Yeah.
So you need to add them up. 4x minus 2 plus 6x plus 12 and set it equal to 180.
10x plus 10.
10x
So
plus 10
17.
equals 180. Yep, subtract 10. 10x equals 170. Divide by 10 and you get 17. Okay?
Is that it?
Nope. Then there's a part like the last assignment where you're going to be given a picture.
I was on my back.
State the reason that would make the lines parallel. So I'll just put a bunch up here.
Oh, is this what we did?
Right.
Well, we get to use the.
No, you need to know the reasons. Okay, so this kind of covers all of them. Would these two be parallel?
Yes.
Yes, and the reason why is
Alternate exterior angles are
alternate exterior angles are
congruent.
congruent. This one,
Alternate.
alternate interior, because they alternate on the inside. This one,
No.
Vertical.
Vertical angles are congruent. Is that a reason that would show lines are parallel? Remember, you need to know something on each part, which we don't know anything there. So this one we can't prove. This one, same side or consecutive interior angles are supplementary. They add up to 180. They're the same side interior. Here, corresponding, top right, they're congruent. Those are corresponding angles. Are congruent.
Perpendicular to the same line. Or
Perpendicular to the same line. And this is the one where you could use any of them, because corresponding angles are congruent. This would be 90 also, so same side interior are supplementary. This would be 90, so alternate interior are congruent. And this would be 90, so alternate exterior. So this one, any one of those 5 would work. It's just anytime you see that they're both perpendicular, this is the easiest one to put. Here, when it's more than 2 lines, it's going to be this reason, because there's no line cutting through. There aren't any corresponding or alternate exterior, all that. So you're given this information. So A is the B, B is the C. So A is the C because parallel to the same line. And this one is a little trickier. They're same side, but are they supplementary?
No.
We don't know that. We just know they're equal. They could each be 85 degrees. So this one is a no, because they are same side interior, but we don't know if they add up to 180 like this one did. So that's everything on the test. As long as you can recognize those things, it should be pretty easy. Yeah.
What do you call the vertical? Like, what's the name for it?
This one is just vertical angles are congruent, but that doesn't tell us the lines are parallel. So this one you can't tell, so it's just no.
Is it a building test?